Good night, or evening, or morning. No, the time zones. Welcome back to the interview. My name is Ian Saibel. Most people know me as Tacho. And today we have the pleasure to talk with João Fernando McDowell, better known as PROGETO. As one of the top representatives in the Brazilian Smash community, PROGETO has been constantly improving and evolving since the pandemic era, constantly being considered as not only the best, one of the best Falco mains in said country, but also one of the best of the whole subcontinent. Taking into consideration that South America is one of the regions with most representatives of said spacie bird around the world. So, without further introduction, let's shall begin. Progetto, how are you?
Yeah, man, everything fine. And you?
Yeah, so far so good. Here we are. I mean, we have been trying to scheduling this interview since what, February, March. It's been a
Yeah, man,
while.
it's been a while.
Yeah. So without further ado, do we want we'd like to start with the interview.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So I want to start the interview know a little bit more about your past with the franchise of Smash in general. So how long have you been playing Smash casually, and how they eventually found out about the competitive scene?
Yeah, I played Smash since I was a kid in Nintendo 64, the first Smash. Then later on, the Smash Melee, which I played Falco back then, but not competitively. I was too little. I'm 32 today. And I never played Smash Brawl or Smash 4 because I didn't have back then the Nintendo consoles.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, 2018, I bought the Nintendo Switch and joined the community, the competitive community in 2020, pre-pandemic.
Mm. Pre-pandemic. Oh, so like in
Yeah.
February, March, around that.
Yeah, exactly. I went for some locals in my region.
Mm. Cool. So how do you remember your first tournament? Like, to, against which players did you played it? Like, and how do you got into? How do you found out about this tournament? And you went 0-2, or what? Did you had a good run?
No, my first one, my first ever, I went 1-2. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Uh, I I lost to one guy who became a friend of mine, which has a tag like Mimok. Some old people from the scene know him. Really good
Mm.
player, plays a lot of characters. And I found out about the tournament. Like I used to play with a friend who worked at the same company as me, and he
Mm-hmm.
always said that, man, you should try to go to a tournament. Not because I was good, of course, I was like rookie, but it was so that I can experience that environment and see if I like it, playing with people who are better than me or who love the game, who also love the game as me.
Mm.
And so I took a leap and enjoy some tournaments, and I like it. Play ever since, but of course 2020 was like a online area of Smash, like 2020, 2021, right?
Yeah. Okay. So where does the tag Progetto comes from, and why is it in all caps?
Oh yeah, that's a funny story. I used to play a lot of soccer,
Mm-hmm.
but mainly futsal. I don't know how do we
Mm.
call
Yeah, futsal
uh,
is like indoors football, right?
indoors football. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I always been like a short guy, and they call me like projeto de gente, which is like a people's project in a way that I was too short and not achieve yet my my height.
Mm.
So, but the project, of course, is written with J, not G.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first created my tag in PSN, PlayStation Network, I couldn't use Progetto with J, so I just use a G, and it became like this, like since I don't know PS3 area.
Mm. And why is it in all caps?
Bro, that's a good question. I don't know. I just read it like that and and stay like that.
Okay. Okay, understandable, I guess. So, going into Ultimate, out of all the characters, why Falco?
Yeah, I think his personality matches a little bit of mine, and mainly I enjoy the way he plays, like with
Hmm.
focusing in mix-ups and combo game as
Yeah.
his main strengths. Of
Hmm.
course, in melee he was fast. Now he's slow as. Can I
Yeah,
curse?
yeah, you can
Uh,
curse, don't worry.
yeah,
It's slow as
slow as
fuck.
fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really really love the character. I think he's badass, and I love Star Fox, so why not?
Hmm. And where do you see Falco right now in the current meta? Do you agree with the
Um,
last tier list that put Falco above Wolf?
no, not above Wolf. I think Wolf just lack representatives
Mm.
today. Like, of course, you have Ouch, King, and Jackal, but um, uh, we just seen some Wolf results in majors, like recently, right?
Yeah.
And Falco, you have three good Japanese Falcos. You have Tilde, more appearances. Four? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, four. And yeah, I think he today is a solid high tier character. No, no,
Not top
no
tier.
doubt about that. But not top tier. No, of course not.
Interesting. Although wait,
Do you do you
what's
do, do you think he is?
for me?
Yeah.
Most, I mean, I think it's like top 25, and for me, top 25 is top tier.
Okay, okay,
Um,
yeah. This is it's like kind of subjective. It depends of how your tier lists is organized, right? How
yeah,
many
exactly.
characters do you have in the top tier?
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. So like, for me, like top 25 is like top tier, and like he's around like between 17th and 23rd. Like I put Falco above other characters. I mean, I have shitty opinions, so I have Falco above characters like Roy, like Cloud. Um,
I'm sorry. Above those two, above
yeah,
Cloud,
above
above
those two.
Roy.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. Also maybe Falco above Kazuya as well, and Terry, and Shulk. So it is around that area of oh, and in the same yeah, weirdly enough, I'm gonna say this. I have the same Falcon in the same spot as Snake. Because I think those are characters that are inconsistent top tiers.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, so yeah, it is
yeah.
around that
You
area
you.
of like 17th to 23rd best characters in the game.
I think you said a perfect word, which is inconsistent.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you have the bird Kazuya, but I think he's the worst Kazuya of the game. Comparing to Luigi, comparing
Mm.
to even Kazuya, because yeah, he's more versatile. Have a better neutral if you think,
Mhm.
but they have more tools to evaporate your stock more efficiently and
Yeah.
more constantly.
Yeah.
Uh, so I don't know. I think the fact that he is so slow
Mm.
kind of uh, bring him down on my opinion about him in the meta.
Yeah. Of course. Understand. What? Why do you think Falco is so common in Japan in comparison to the Western communities?
Yeah, that's funny because it's been a while that Japan has like Masa Motsunabe, and I always forget about the name of the other two.
Rarigusu and Shupi.
Yeah, I think just because I think he's a easy character to play, like to control the character. I think it's easy,
Mm-hmm.
but in a tournament environment, it becomes really really hard and really frustrating. But
Yeah.
mainly because he's like a versatile character. I don't think he has so many bad matchups. I
Yeah.
think he has many even matchups. Not
Yeah.
many that he wants. I think he wants like some matches that like you see, and of course he wants like with a trainer, DK, King K. Rool, King DDD for sure. But many matchups that it's debatable that he wants or he don't. I think it's even-ish,
Yeah.
so it's not so bad. Then maybe that's why.
Yeah. I think, in my opinion, I think Falco has one of the most polarizing matchup spreads because I can think of like 50, like no, wait, no, 50, like 20 to 35 matchups that are even with Falco, and then it's like 10 that are like 5 to 7 that are losing, and the rest is winning for Falco. So it's kind of strange. It's more so that like we said prior, like barely, like Falco is really inconsistent, but at the same time, in like like technically the character is really good and has a lot of tools to win against some of the top of the food chain in terms of Smash. It's just that it is hard for the character to pull everything off consistently.
Yeah, I mean, if you play Falco in a bracket and you miss some confirm, you're fucked because you have to you have to chase that neutral win again.
Yeah,
And I mean, we have in Smash game that you have many moves that are safe and many characters that kill in neutral, and you have Cloud mashing back air in ledge like a degenerate. So you have to deal with all this stuff, and just to find your kill confirm that you have to expose yourself to get to it. Of course, today, as a Falco meta evolved, I usually stay very calm in bracket to, well, I am in this gray area of Falco of my opponent's percentage, so only my down tilt and my fair on ledge will kill, but it's fine. I know he can kill in this way, so eventually the other person is gonna make a mistake. But I mean, it's like, for instance, Falco versus Incineroar. You might
mm,
think, oh my God, Falco will combo the fuck out of Incineroar.
no,
It would be so easy for Falco, but man, we can only make 2, 3 mistakes for stock every
yeah,
time.
yeah,
And this kind of stuff that brings the character like an inconsistency area for me.
yeah. Yeah, you mentioned Incineroar, and I've seen like matchups of Falco and Incineroar, and not as much in South America, even though I maybe I could have seen a set of a Brazilian Falco against Discord mayhaps or Jin Moon. I'm not entirely sure, but I remember a European tournament. It was, I think it was Bones against an Incineroar main from Spain, and like it was constantly like Bones was constantly doing laser, and it came to a point where the Incineroar main constantly got revenge on that laser,
Yeah.
and Bones was fucked.
Yeah,
He
it's
ended up
it's
losing the set because of that whole interaction of doing lasers against the revenge and cannot doing lasers. So they had Bones had to approach Incineroar in any other way and got fucked.
yeah, it's really funny because many Falco mains out there, especially in the US, they are like so optimistic about Falco. Like Falco beats everyone.
Nope.
Yeah. And man, when these guys are facing like a Luigi in bracket, which is a even matchup, they all get fucked every fucking time, man. I swear. So I usually am I more a realistic Falco main that I mean, theoretically, yeah, we have these tools, we can fuck you up for sure, but you also have this, and that. And usually that goes that way because, man, the human factory, we are not machines fighting each other.
Yeah.
So if a Luigi touches me, it's really more dangerous
Hmm.
if I touch Luigi.
Yeah.
Even if we have the same archetype, right?
Yeah. Understandable. So going into Luigi, like in whole moveset, I wanted to ask a couple of questions. So how useful is his side tilt in taking into consideration how important the other two tilts are for his metagame
For Luigi or for
for
Falco, I'm
Falco?
sorry.
Yeah, for Falco.
Um, our side tilt, yeah, I think is one of his best moves
Really?
because yeah, I really like that move. It's really quick, really tough for the opponent to attack,
Mm.
to be aware of these movements, and we can get so much of there. From a tech chase or from a misstack, I think it's me personally. I take a lot of stacks, a lot of stocks after a F tilt.
Mm. Okay. So how common is for you to go for the spike of Falco's side B, and how risky is trying to pull it off?
Just going off stage and trying to fuck people with side B.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, that depends. Yeah, it's risky, but as long as that matchup doesn't offer so much risk for Falco to be off stage and maybe get reversal, I think it's fine to do so.
Mhm.
But that agenda, that propaganda, that Falco, yeah, it's a really good edge guarder. Yeah, just go off stage with Falco. I mean, I'm not so sure if I agree to do that like so often
Mhm.
because, uh, for instance, go off stage against Squirtle or even Ivysaur, and if you don't succeed on that edge guard, well, you're gonna get that fucking down air, huge down air for Ivy, and you're gonna be dead in like 30, 20. Um, so I don't know. Sometimes I just go for the side B,
Mhm.
um, thinking about returning to stage, but as my ultimate resource, not only to return to stage, but my last opportunity to attack in that spot and to spike the my opponent trying to recovery. And so sometimes I use like a Falco Phantasm like that.
Mm. Okay. So how crucial? I mean, can you DI out of Falco's back throw and up throw with before they hitting you with the laser, or is really not that common to try that out?
If people usually DI,
Mm.
yeah, well, back throw, usually people are always prepared. It's so rare that I can get the laser to connect in high
Mm.
percents and get a stock on a ledge. You have just to DI down, it's okay.
Mm.
But the tricky part is to DI the up throw because you have two moments of DI.
Mm.
You have the throw and you have the laser. So let's say if you are at mid percent, it's usually good to mix those DIs. Like
Mhm.
if you DI the throw in, you better DI the laser away and vice versa.
Mhm.
Because in that way you confuse the Falcon main to go to a follow up or like a better follow up. Maybe I can catch you with an up air and that's it. I can't extend anymore.
Mhm.
Um, or but for Q, I might say, and people on chat that faces me can confirm, I might be the top Falco in the world to kill with that move. Man, I kill so often with Falco's up throw because people think I'm gonna stay with shield. I'm gonna stay on shield. They can't. He can't kill me. So I'm on the ledge. I just have to be worried about F tilt, about down tilt and fair. So I just run, grab you, and throws you before you say "fuck." You're you lost your stock. So yeah, I think it's cool to have a Q move like that. I like it. I don't like easy things like, yeah, I have a Q throw. Yeah, it would be good, of course. But I like to this. I think it's so much satisfactory to find kills that way. With up throw shouldn't kill, but yeah, you died for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, in your opinion, what's Falco's weakest aerial?
Weakest aerial. Let me think. Jesus, that's tough because all of them is really good.
Yeah.
Mm, I don't know. Maybe Jesus, it's so maybe fair because it can get you lose neutral
Mm,
really easy because you force that move and it's not really safe depending of the character. Like you're gonna space a fair on a cloud, man. You're
mm,
gonna get a B. He got the range, so I think it's the most risky Falco area, and all Falco mains, me included, always made a mistake, make a mistake to use a fair in a moment that it's not really gonna help him.
mm. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, how do you find your playstyle with Falco in comparison to other South American representatives like Garu, Gotham, Lucky Crow, Bones, Holy, Kike, Justifu, Mr. Siru, Navy, Pepperoni, KNG, Echo, Ibet, Bistor, and Q?
Jesus, like be different for all of those Falco mains? I don't know, but I think my game is like sometimes low paced. I am really patient today. I don't worry. I have 7 minutes to play this game. So you wanna camp me? That's on you. I will camp you as well. No problem at all. I never lose my mentality
Mm-hmm.
during the set, so I can really play like a fast game if you wanna play fast. But if you think, but if I think your character and yourself is a good fast player based, I'm gonna slow you down. If I think you are a slow kind of guy, I'm gonna try to rush you up. So it depends. I think Falco is a very versatile character, as I say before, and I think I explore that adaptability, like Revo said on chat, really well.
Awesome.
I think Gotham is it's the best representative of Falco here in South America. She's really good. But she plays in a different way. She's more like aggressive and really fast and quick
Yeah.
reflexes. But I think we have a similar combo game. I don't think that distant. And but I think I am more patient. Maybe I play some matchups better because of that. I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because in my region, I have to play Sonic, which is a loose matchup, Joker, Thorin. I don't know which more. The Captain Falcon is even. So yeah, some of those matchups made me train my patience and my slow-paced game.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. So what is Falco's worst skin?
Worst skin? Maybe the red one. I don't really like the
Mm.
red one because the color is too light. If it
Mm.
was more darker red, I would prefer.
Yeah, like the other red and black, like red and black
Yeah,
skin. Yeah.
yeah, or the red from Melee. The red
Yeah.
from Melee is fine.
Yeah. Have you played with any other character in a tournament setting?
Yeah, sometimes Roy, because it's a brain dead character, too easy. Oh my God, that character is so easy. No effort. I always talk with my friends, man. When I play Falco, I like thinking all the time. I usually get like sometimes at the end of the tournament, like really tired. I can, when I play, Roy is just, man. I just love pressing buttons and no worries about that. I used to play Luigi. It's
Hmm.
funny because when I went to Portugal, in Lisboa, I played in two locals there, and I faced
Mm,
Iberes, which
yeah,
is a
the be-
really, really good Pokemon
yeah,
trainer, really competent,
yeah,
really solid.
the best player in Portugal.
Is he the best today? Because I
Yeah,
remember the Zeri, which is the Joker player.
no,
Uh,
technically Iberius is the best overall player in Portugal.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And we played in free play, and he was like fucking me so hard, man. Like I couldn't win a single game, and I thought to myself, man, if I face this dude in brackets, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna pick Luigi. Fuck that. I picked up Luigi and I won. And I didn't play Luigi in a while, man. I don't have fun anymore with the character, but yeah,
Hmm.
I beat him. It was fun.
How long ago did you play in Portugal?
Just two locals.
No, no. How long ago? How long? Hmm?
How long ago? In 2023.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Um. So, what's your opinion on the other two species right now? And are do you think that Falco? So, why do you think Falco right now is like the weakest species, even though it is a really good character?
Yeah, yeah. Man, talking about the which is the best space, which is the worst spaces, it's the my favorite subject. I think every spacey man thinks that in the same way. Um, yeah, I think like Fox is a maybe the better character of them all, but I think is the toughest. I think just like very few players can bring this character to the maximum proficiency and efficiency.
Yeah.
And I think Wolf, it's like similar to Falco. It's more easier. I think Falco is more easier than Wolves, but
Really?
uh, yeah, I really think so. But Wolf has like many tools to kill at neutral,
Mm.
like in good up smash out of shield. I mean, Falco also have, but only if you are above me.
Mhm.
Um, and F tilts and ain't legless smash attacks, which is like bullshit. And but I think the aerial acceleration of Falco, like the aerial drift, which is poor, and the lack of speed is like he's so slow, man, really
Mm.
slow, and sometimes even the laser and even the reflector fucked us because it has a lot of ending lag.
Mm.
And I think that's a usually the problem that brings Falco to be maybe the worst spacey. But I don't know. I think it's debatable.
Yeah.
But it's funny because every Fox main and every Falco main thinks that Falco is the worst of the three. And recently, Larry Lur interviewed Charlie the King, and he
Mm.
also thinks that Wolf is it's better than Falco and debatable with Fox.
I mean, my opinion has always been that Wolf is like the easiest to pick up. Like if you're starting with Ultimate, like starting to play the game, like Wolf is one of those characters
Yeah,
that
I agree.
for
I agree.
starters is like one of the best. But I think that Falco has this like cap where like of like how to explain it. So I think that Wolf has this like capacity of potential that is really like already like. I don't think that Wolf has as much potential as characters like Falco and Fox, and I think that Fox is, like you said, is difficult to. It's a character that is really good, but difficult to master, and at the same time, is like out of the three, it has some of the worst matchup spreads. Like Fox loses
Agreed.
to
Game of
characters.
Watch.
Yeah, Fox loses to Game & Watch, to Ices, to Luigi, maybe to the PK Boys as well. Um, it has one of the worst matchup spreads, and like
Yeah,
out of the three.
and I think Fox by far has the worst recovery, the worst of the three spaces.
No,
Uh,
no, I think Wolf has a worse recovery than Fox.
Really,
Yeah,
because I usually see more like light getting fucked off stage than the wolf mains, and I think the illusion it's like slower than Falco Phantasm, so it's
yes.
easier
I
to
mean,
frame or to intercept.
understandable, but take into the consideration that after using Wolf's side B, you cannot use up B after. It goes into free fall directly.
Yeah,
So Fox and Falcon in comparison can use an up B after a side B. Wolf can't.
but
And Wolf,
Falco has a higher jump, so that gives him more tool to mix up his recovery, and I
well, we're
think
talking
it's
about
more
Wolf.
difficult to find. I mean, Wolf has a different way to return to stage, given his side B, which is so different.
Mm,
But thanks thanks to his air acceleration,
mm.
or air drift. I usually don't remember which is which. He he can go a lot further to you like drift to stage and save his resources to the maybe last moment that he needs.
I mean, for me, when I compare recoveries, I not only take into consideration like recovery mix up, but what happens after you lose the second jump, and how easy it is to gimp characters. That's for me
Yeah,
how
yeah.
I value like recovery in general. And for me, out of the three spaces, Wolf is the easiest to gimp, and Wolf has the hardest time to mix up recovery out of the
Yeah,
three.
but I think you are talking about like a single hit to Gimp and he's dead. But Falco and Fox, especially Fox, when you like take away one of his resources or you force him to go very low because you hit him off stage and now you go went back to stage to now be ready to punish their lower up B, you kill Fox, right? So and I think Pita said on chat, Wolf Side B has a lot of fear factor, and usually people are afraid to get reversal. They usually go for trades, possible trades with Wolf Side B if it's like a favorite situation on the game, like if you're up on one stock or a percentage.
I mean,
Eh,
it really depends. It really depends on the matchup. It really like take
for sure,
taking
depends on the
into
match.
consideration like I mean, for like half of the roster that has some projectiles to gimp Wolf, like not getting into the stage, like not going out of the stage, like using projectiles, in comparison to the other half that don't have projectiles and maybe they can counter, maybe they can go for a safer option to gimp. I still think that Wolf is easier to gimp than Fox, and has a harder time recovering in general. Even if there's this fear factor, as Peta and you have said, I still think that Wolf has a shittier recovery.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because I can totally understand and your opinion, and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Usually, when I watch tournaments or face wolves, I see that me as a Falco, I have a really good understanding about the spaces and the moments they are gonna choose to recover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have many hard time to edge guard a wolf, but sometimes when I made a frame mistake, I get spiked,
Yeah, fair enough.
and if it's a Falco returning to stage or mainly Fox, I can get like reversal, but what the Fox gonna do? Like kill me on ledge? Maybe not, and edge guard me, so very unlikely. But
Yeah,
Wolf can do that.
yeah, fair enough. So, are you happy about how the Ultimates roster ended, or will you have like someone else added?
No, not happy at all, man. There's lately characters, I mean, Kazuya, Sora, Jesus. Steve, yeah, I would prefer like a Virgil from Devil May Cry. Maybe a character from Mortal Kombat. I mean, yeah, it's a violent game, but the Nintendo could find a way. Um, and I don't know, I don't. I always joke with my friends. I spend money on terrible things before, but Fighter Pass 2, it's like worst
Uh,
investment ever.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is simple. Um, you either have characters that are hype, but like that had hype reveals with really shitty game plans, or you have
Yeah.
top tier and or you have top tier characters that once you play against them, you feel like shit.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Exactly. I think
So,
it's like it's funny because Smash Ultimate has many characters and
mhm,
it's like you think, well, it's kind of balanced game, right?
mhm,
But some of the mechanics that some characters brought to the table, it's too much. Like it's too much. Kazuya has many unfair moves. Steve has many unfair moves. So it's like you're playing a different game, right? And of course, a serious fighting games that take the competition serious would have nerfed. So we all know the stage that we have with this game and Nintendo competitively, but it is what it is.
yeah. I mean, once Sora came out after the second patch, Steve wasn't a character that was deemed top tier yet. So that possibility was always really tricky and really far fetched for them to nerf the character. Same goes with Kazuya. Kazuya wasn't like this this character that needed to be nerfed as much as other characters in the game at that moment. And the the expiration date when it came to the people that did the patch notes in terms of like their contract with Nintendo to do those patch notes was deemed finished once the second patch came out after Sora released. So those people ended up helping the development for the new Tekken game and the new Street Fighter game, and they were gonna get paid. Unlike keep doing patch notes for Nintendo for the Smash game without pay, so it kind of
Yeah,
makes sense. Uh,
yeah, sure.
it is unfortunate, but the same thing happened with Smash 4.
Yeah, yeah. I really think sometimes that we are crazy to keep competing in this game. I liked. I enjoy myself, but I the thing is I don't take too seriously anymore
Mm.
because when I face a Steve, which is not a bad, terrible matchup, or a Kazuya or some of these characters that are broken, not because the character is very good, but because of the mechanics, the specifically mechanics that doesn't make sense. And when I lose to those characters, I think, well, no problem. Yeah, that's expected. If I was able to beat that character, yeah, nice. I would be happy. But if don't, no worries, no
Yeah,
problem at all.
fair enough, fair enough. Um, do you think that Falco will come back in the next Smash game?
Yeah, yeah, I think he's a character since Melee, which never leaves Smash. I think he's popular as a side character with Fox from Star Fox, so
Mm-hmm.
I think he will be in the next Smash.
Okay.
But I hope it will be a new Smash game, not a Smash Ultimate Deluxe. I
Mm,
wouldn't like so much.
yeah. I mean, it is It's gonna be in like 2.5 years for the next Smash game, taking into consideration that Sakurai was working on Kirby Air Riders and not New
Yeah,
Smash. So unless a new team comes up with a new Smash game, which is highly unlikely,
yeah, yeah.
uh, unlikely, not impossible, but unlikely nevertheless. Um, I don't know. I think it will be too weird to have a Ultimate Deluxe. As much sense it would make, it will also not make much sense because of those Konami and Disney IPs that they need to refresh, and those took some time.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so how's your perspective on the level of the different communities in Brazil?
Um, the level of Brazil comparing to other countries of
No, no, like inside of Brazil, like like for example, the difference between the scene in Sao Paulo to Rio to other
oh,
communities in Brazil.
yeah, yeah. I think São Paulo today has the overall best region because they have got M to and also really good players as DH, which is DH, the main rod, but he's like retired, but sometimes he plays.
Hmm.
The offline with awesome Mario Main
Yeah,
and many other players. Maps, which is like a really skillful player, main Mega Man.
yeah.
And but I think in Rio we are not very far, for instance, because we have me, Revels, Mr. Boss, which is a awesome Captain Falcon, White, which I usually say, man, when White is in a good day, Jesus, he's a tough player to beat. Really tough player to beat. We have Luffy, which were the top Rio player and one of the tops of Brazil for a long time. He's returning to play the game. Um, and I think we don't have many opportunities to face each other. Like it's a big country, it's expensive to travel. So we usually face each other like Rio, São Paulo, and some other players or awesome players from Belém, which is Aleixo or Luquito from Rio Grande do Sul. We don't have many opportunities to face each other offline, but we usually have like one big major in Rio and one big major in São Paulo, which maybe everyone will be there, and that's an opportunity to face each other. But for instance, I went to Supercopa from Brazil last year, which is the most stacked tournament in theory because it's a tournament that only the best of the best can get a spot to compete there.
Hmm.
And I didn't play any player from São Paulo. I
Hmm.
just got Pepa in winners. He fucked me up, and later on Nana, which is a
A nice
awesome ice
ISIS
climbers
from
main,
Chile.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and Jesus, I couldn't play the game. He just played a single player game, give me all that. fucking combos and stuff, and I got eliminated, so I didn't face got M offline or maps or whatever.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's that.
fair enough, fair enough. Um, so how was your experience in Chile with the tournaments you've attended, and how was the comparison in terms of the level between Chile and Brazil?
Oh yeah, I have a not a strong opinion about that. I think it's not surprise for everyone, but I think the level in Chile it's like top notch. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's the like the medium level player there could beat a really good player in Brazil, for sure. And yeah, I was like stunning about that because, and I think it's because the level of competitive itself. You have many top players and the scene that are always playing with each other, always trying to get better and push each other, and I think they have the strongest region. And when
Mm-hmm.
I went choosing Coco, that was really clear to me.
Yeah, yeah, understandable. So we've been talking a lot with Progetto. Now I want to talk with João Fernando for a little bit. So tell us, what do you like to do besides playing video games?
Besides playing video games, like working out at the gym, like build some muscles. um, Cooking, I really like cooking. Trying new recipes, um, and being with my friends, like having a beer in bar and talking about games, talking about travel. Oh, of course, and travel as well. I recently are trying to travel more,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been terrific experience.
How many countries have you been in, like outside of only Chile and Portugal, or?
Yeah, Chile, Portugal, Spain, Andorra. In this
Mm.
past 3 months, I went to snowboarding there, and United States. That I only visit New York was my first trip, um, and I think in terms of country, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Can you explain us what happened in Chile? Like why you attended the Sekokutai 3 on a wheelchair?
Yeah, yeah. Well, everything started when two friends of mine in the community, Sonwa, which is the Luigi main,
Yeah.
and Mafe, the Bowser main, who got top 32. Uh, they told me, yeah, we are planning to go to Chile, choosing Coco, this biggest South America major, and it will be awesome. And I thought to myself, well, maybe it's a trip that I can arrange.
Mhm.
And I was able to go, and the players from Chile they organized a soccer match at the some university. Really, really cool place. And Tsubasa told me he can bought me his soccer shoes,
Mhm.
and I went there in 15 minutes of match of the match. I like trying to like instead of shoot the goal, I like take a huge break,
Mhm.
and I fucked my knee so bad. Like I was really in pain. We have the video of that. My girlfriend was recording, and yeah, it sucked because I thought to myself, man, maybe I fucked this trip. And it really affect me because if I was going to the Zenkoku was the next day, right?
Mhm.
So I thought to myself, man, I don't know if I have the mentality to compete because I worry about my knee. Like, am I gonna need a surgery? Am I gonna need to activate my insurance?
Mhm.
So it was tough, but after losing my first set, which was an upset, I was in really bad shape mentally, worrying about my knee, like going with wheelchair to all tournaments, and but after a conversation with a friend of mine, Mafe, he told me, yeah, man, just don't think much about it. Just playing, have fun. Just focusing on match through matches. So I was able to do a good losers run, end up in 33rd, which for me was just fine because I didn't expect after losing my first round. And yeah, later on, got to I got to do a lot of physiotherapy, but I didn't need a surgery.
Hmm.
But until this day, I'm taking care of my knee, like doing some specific movements to not happen this again.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, if the people in the chat wants to ask any other question to Progetto, this is your last chance. In the meantime, we will continue with the lightning round questions. Here's the moment when not necessarily you have to answer these questions as fast as you can, but nevertheless, there was in a specific stage of the interview where we'll throw these questions at random. So, Progetto, are you ready?
Yeah, sure,
Or sure?
sure.
Cool. So first and foremost, what is your character demon? This means a character that you hate fighting, even if the matchup is favorable for Falco.
The character that I hate facing it. I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
read
I mean,
Revo's question and got distracted.
sorry, yeah, character that you hate fighting, even if the matchup is favorable for Falco.
Oh, okay. I think today Mega Man.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it because of maps or Mega Man in
yeah,
general?
because of maps, but I don't hate that it's unfun, but yeah, I might lose this, man.
Fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, Rebel's asking here, what is your favorite character in the Sonic franchise?
Sonic for sure. Sonic's the best.
That's basic. What is your favorite video game?
Resident Evil,
Which
my
one?
favorite franchise. Specifically one maybe Resident Evil 5. I know it's not like a classic Resident Evil, but was my first on
Mm,
PS3 and I really loved the game.
cool. Um, so, ¿sabes hablar en español?
Yo no hablo mucho.
No, at least you understood the question, so that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. How many tattoos do you have?
I think 11 or 12 today.
Really? So so you have a whole sleeve. That's why it looks like you have a whole bunch of tattoos.
Yeah. It's like a bunch of individual tattoos that forms.
Oh, oh. So wait,
I have
what?
a Hollow Knight, a Falco Reflector.
Oh,
Uh,
that's nice. Wait. So wait. Which like, what are each what are each tattoo?
this one is from the album from Bring Me the Horizon. There is a hell, believe me, I seen it. There is a heaven, let's keep it a secret. I don't know why it's a really huge name for an album. This is just a flower for a flash day. I have an octopus right here
Mm-hmm.
that holding a key in my hand. The Hollow Knight, of course, like a Katrina,
Hmm.
um, and the Falco reflector right here. I
Yeah.
really love that one. And I have some of tattoos in my leg, which my girlfriend, it's like not a tattooer, artist, but she usually like yeah, she did a course back then and she was practicing, and I gave my leg to like have fun.
Yeah. Understandable. It's interesting that you also have like a technically Smash related tattoo, like with the Falco reflector, even though it could be also a Star Fox tattoo,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it is cool. I also have a Smash related tattoo, so I understand the feeling.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I think, of course, it's a game, but the character means so much to me and the game itself.
mhm.
So I went to this tattoo.
Awesome. Which one was your first tattoo?
That one from Bring Me the Horizons album
Cool.
in my forearm.
It's also cool that you have a Hollow Knight tattoo.
Yeah, yeah, I love that game,
yeah, I
and
was
I
at,
think it's a very tattooable game.
yeah, exactly. I planned like a tattoo of Hollow Knight, but then I was like, nah, my leg deserves another tattoo idea, so I scratched that. Unfortunately, because that Hollow Knight tattoo was so perfect for that leg, but then I was like, nah, I think this other idea looks better on my leg. And
Yeah, maybe
nowadays
you can
and
get a.
nowadays I'm profusely regretting that choice. Not gonna lie, not because the tattoo looks bad. It looks awesome. It's not finished though, but it is extremely painful.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I did a lot of huge tattoos, and man, so much pain. And I don't know if I want another big tattoo, but
hmm
I mean, it's the best kind of tattoo, right?
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I don't have any tattoos on my arms. Now that I think about it, maybe my next tattoo will be on my arm. But but yeah, my wife is constantly telling me, bro, why are you tattooing your legs? That's the most painful area in terms of like,
Yeah, yeah, it is, man, for sure. I didn't finish the one that I'm doing with my girlfriend because the pain's horrible, unbearable.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like yesterday, I got a session of tattooing, to put color in my tattoo, and it got to a point where it was unbearable, and now I'm scheduling like the next session for it on July. I wanted to have time to heal because it was a horrible, painful experience. To
Yeah.
re-tattoo on the same spot constantly.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah. Um, but again, getting tattooed is an awesome experience, so I have no regrets either.
Yeah, and my main tattoo artist, he's living in Portugal. The last time that I did a tattoo
hmm
was with him
Yeah.
there when I was in Lisboa. And now that we are done, we don't see each other. I
hmm
didn't make any tattoo.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, do you listen to music while competing?
That depends. Well, usually I want to listen to music, and I like getting on flow, but sometimes the player is too tough to beat that I prefer to focus strictly on the game, like the sounds of the game, right?
Fair
Uh,
enough. Okay, so last question of the evening slash night. Who would like to nominate so Hishide you could come in a feature interview?
coming in future interview. Let me think. Um, I think maybe Luffy. I don't know if you interviewed him yet,
No, no, yeah.
but he's a great personality. He has a lot of understanding about the game. I enjoy talking with him about the game,
hmm
and I don't know, he's like competing again, so it's
Cool.
maybe a good talk.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so here's the moment where the interview is ending. So thank you so much to Progetto. If the public wants to look up your social media, where they could find you.
Yeah, I only use Twitter for Smash. I don't usually use Instagram. I kind of low profile guy, but my Twitter, I don't know the top of my head. Let me see. JFMAC. Let me just paste some chat for that.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
um,
Okay.
but yeah, I usually use X né, to post stuff about Progetto and
Okay. Okay, for the people watching, don't forget to follow me on Twitch or to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can not miss the chance of watching any other podcasts on any other content that we'll make in the future. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow with another interview, the game, and bye.
Bye.